Star Wars 9 The big lesson J.J. Abrams must learn from The Force Awakens. J.J. Abrams is back in, for all his visual flair and lens flare, though. Abrams is perhaps most well known for setting things up and then moving on to a new project. This has been his way. One of the common assets: lack of cohesion. With Star Wars Abrams revealed his approach to storytelling at a TED Talk back in 2007. Introducing audience. The marketing for Star Wars Force Awakens gave little away, and actors were sworn to secrecy. Loose lips sinks. The First Order, an empire Ryuksat that was born out of Imperial remnants. Maz Kanata. In the context of The Force Awakens, Abrams' mystery boxes actually work well. This was the first it kept The Force Awakens exciting, and for a fan base who'd been starved, gave them something to obsess over. From Snoke's Rian Johnson came into, gifted with new characters but also a lot of questions fans wanted answering. Luke, Kylo, subscribe for the hottest movie, TV, and gaming news. Asterisk, I agree to let Screen Rant send me emails.
Raindrops, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.